Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Bobby Borg and I'm here to help you turn your art into more successful business. We are talking about music marketing for the DIY musician, creating and executing a plan of attack on a low budget. What I'm going to talk about now is place, which is essentially distribution. And when we talk about place, we are not just talking about the distribution of your recordings. We're also talking about the distribution of your merchandise. We're talking about the licensing of your songs. And we're also talking about the distribution of your live performance sets into different venues where you could play, okay? So we're talking about all these kind of things. But first, I want to actually talk about the different types of distribution there are. There is direct to fan sort of distribution, and that is where you are the producer of a product and your fan is here and you're finding ways to go directly to them and meet them directly. So for example, let's just say when you are selling your CD from your website, we might be able to say that that is a direct form of distribution. Or when you're selling your t-shirts from your website, that's a direct form of distribution. Or we could say where you have a little app that helps you fans to come to your website and you're selling a digital download of your song. Let's just say, for example, we can say that that is direct distribution. However, there's going to be certain cases where we need to use intermediary middlemen. So let's just say, for example, you're here and let's just say we want to reach the iTunes community, all right? Now, iTunes is a place where, they reach many people, and many people are used to going there. So we're here, our intended fan is here, and iTunes is here. And then, of course, we have CD Baby here, let's just say, for example, and we are here. So we go to CD Baby, which is an aggregator. They help us get onto iTunes, which is essentially the store, and then the store helps us get to our fans. So what we're doing is we're now bringing people into the middle to help us reach more people. And rest assured that for that service, they're all going to get a cut. Okay, so for example, we know the math on this. It's no secret, right? Let's just say, for example, iTunes sells it. I'm going to mark it up $1 because it's easier for math. They sell it for a penny rather. So they sell it for $1. Then iTunes takes 30 cents and CD Baby takes approximately 10 cents and then you're left with the rest. So everyone gets sort of a share of that. So that's essentially how the distribution channel works. You can eliminate the middleman, but you can't eliminate the service. Then you're going to have to do that yourself, right? And there is some direct means of distribution. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's actually talk about the different types of distribution that you're going to need to do. So first, as an artist, let's generalize a little bit and talk about, let's just say you're a solo artist or a band, you're going to need to create a live performance play strategy, all right? So that could involve targeting local clubs. Now, the reason why you want to target local clubs, obviously, is because they are set up for you. They have a PA there, they have stage there, they have a sound man there for you, they have security there, they have liquor there for you, they have parking there for you. It is very, very convenient. They're also willing to book you because they know you're a local band and you're going to bring people in, right? So that's definitely one of the places you can play, and you should think about the different clubs that are suitable for your style of music. Then there's something called alternative venues and events. And that now gets you to look back at your target audience. Think about what their psychographic profiles were. You remember their activities, interests, and opinions. What were some of the things that they did? So they skateboard. Could you play skateboard parks? Yes. They surf. Could you play surfing competitions? Absolutely yes. So in other words, don't limit yourself just to the clubs, okay? Then of course, there's also touring possibilities as well when we're talking about live performances. Potentially hiring a talent manager as well, a talent agent. I will say on that note, though, that usually talent agents are looking for groups that are already stimulating, an income. They make 10% of the live performance fees that they generate, and 10% of zero, last time I checked, is zero. So you definitely want to make sure that you have some action going, okay? All right, now we're going to think about a play strategy for your live recordings. And I'm going to do this really quick because I want to keep this concise. There's a number of ways that you can do that as well. You could sell your music from your own website. You could sell your music from your merch table at your live performance. You can use digital aggregators as well, like iTunes, TuneCore, etc., and so forth, to help get your music out there on the streaming sites and the digital download sites and so on and so forth. So this isn't really, rocket science here. I mean, you guys probably do a lot of these things already. You can do guerrilla marketing techniques where you actually sell on the streets, where you busk on the street and you sell your CD that way, or you sell your music that way, or your digital download cards or your USB flash drives or whatever, okay? And you can do the same thing essentially with your merch. Moving on to licensing. There's definitely a couple things that I want to talk about when we're talking about licensing your songs. So let's look at that as well. And now I'm actually looking at chapter 13. So the first thing I would like to say about that is don't always think about taking the big step. Take little baby steps. I mean, think about local colleges that have film departments. Is it possible that they are looking for music in their documentary films? That film might go on to be heard by a professor at the university. It could be, maybe played at some film festival, and the opportunity comes in that way. So definitely think about opportunities like this, all right? Think of networking at film festivals. We go to South by Southwest and things like that, but have we gone to film festivals specifically? This is another way. By meeting directors, you might find and meet a director that's willing to put your music into his film or TV show. So definitely think about networking at those events. Think outside the box. I have a friend that actually works out at Gold's Gym and spotted an MMA fighter. He was brave enough to go over to the MMA fighter and say, hey, listen, I want to create your intro music so that when you walk into the audience and you're doing your fight, you have my music blasting in the background. And would you believe it? They actually did that. And now when he comes out in his fights, you hear my friend's music blasting in the background. I mean, so definitely get courageous and think outside of the box. Of course, there's also placement companies that you can use, like Taxi and Pump Audio and things like that. Look at trailer houses, look at music libraries. As far as getting a big publishing agreement, which I know all you guys want, usually you have to have a little bit going on, a strong manager, maybe co-writing with some really, really big people out there that are already placing songs. So think about that as a strategy too, right? Definitely co-write with people that are already placing songs, and that might open up the possibility to you. So, all right, a lot of stuff that we covered in this. Just remember that placing your product is not enough. Now we have to let people know that it exists, and that is promotion. And finally, now we are at the point where we're going to talk about promotion. That's coming up next, you guys. My name is Bobby Borg. I am here to help you turn your art into more successful business. So come back, because now we're going to talk about a very, very important subject, promotion. All right, so see you back soon.